Hello everyone, Bernard here. And I did another battery drain test, this time comparing iPhone 13 mini with regular iPhone 13 because many people choose the bigger iPhone for the bigger battery. So let's see how much more juice you get for those $100. Okay, so here we see the battery capacity. The iPhone 13 has over 3000, iPhone 13 mini has only 2400, but 13 mini obviously has a smaller screen, so it's not direct comparison how much better the 13 will be than 13 mini. Also very important guys, because I've been asked about it a lot, here you can see the battery health, here you can see the battery charge and the battery health. It's at full capacity. These are new phones. Battery is full, the brightness is set to maximum, and very important, they are now running on cellular data. No Wi-Fi, but cellular data, and the Bluetooth is on just in case to, have everything possible turned on. And we started with with the 10-hour version of They Are Taking the Hobbies to Isengard to have a light start for the phones, to let them get going. Now we turned on the Casey Neistat Marathon, kinda classic now, and as we can see, they are going head to head at the beginning, but I think that through the test the iPhone 13 will keep increasing its advantage. Also again, even the YouTube app, everything is running out from mobile data, so keep in mind that it's putting extra strain on battery alongside the 100% screen brightness. This test is as hard on the phones as possible. Okay, now another absolute classic that is in my every battery drain test, the Temple Run 2. I do it because it's kinda average in terms of using the battery as games go, but it can go on a loop, which I really enjoy because I can go on a lunch break. And now screen browsing. Remember, the regular iPhones 13, they don't have promotion, which means that even if I'm not scrolling, the screen refresh is 60 Hz, and the white background, because the dark mode is off, is really demanding for the OLED screens. Again, at maximum brightness, that's why we see the battery still dropping. And now the camera test. Yes, I think that this is a very important part because we will be using the camera more and more with each iPhone generation because they are so ridiculously good. Obviously 4K recording here and mainly viewfinder. Okay, now I needed to log into Pokemon Go on both phones, that's why the little blur, and I chose Pokemon Go because I think it's a very good benchmark app. It used to be known for being the most demanding for the battery, and because of a few reasons. It's running GPS and also graphic rendering. Obviously you can play it in the augmented reality mode, which I think may strain the battery even more, but here I am mostly focusing on the GPS and graphic aspect, and again Temple Run probably for another quick break. And we are approaching 5-hour mark, which in this particular test is a lot, and iPhone 13 mini still have almost third battery left, while iPhone 13 has over 35% at the 5-hour mark. Remarkable already, but will be pushing them further and further. Now 13 mini called battery saving mode, and here's my kitten. He's called Rubinstein, in short Rubin, but everyone calls him Red here. Yep, he seems very interested in the new iPhones. And back to the testing, again Pokemon to put as much strain as possible. By the way, I was doing this test overnight, and at this point it was breaking dawn, that's why the cat came to the test, because he was getting hungry already. And finally we have 10% at iPhone 13 mini and 20% at iPhone 13. Now some MKBHD marathon at maximum resolution. %, and yes, and it's still, what an impressive result. It's so good, it's unbelievable. I mean, after all this strain, 100% brightness, the cellular data, Bluetooth being turned on, everything running in the background, and it still pulled 6.5 hours. And you could do so much to improve the battery life here. You could turn the dark mode on, you could use low power mode, you could dim the screen just a little bit and it still would be very bright and so much lighter for the battery. And finally, iPhone 13 calls it a day almost hour later. Still very impressive results considering the nature of this test. Okay guys, I gotta be honest with you, I am really impressed with those results. I know that they are shorter than my previous tests, but keep in mind that my previous tests were on Wi-Fi and 75% screen brightness. This time everything was pushed to the limit, all the tests was done on mobile data. It's amazing, like honestly over 6 hours on the iPhone 13 mini, I really can't imagine more demanding tasks than I threw on it. And yeah, the iPhone 13 did significantly better. It wasn't a full hour more, but in percentage I think it's still quite okay. But I'm still really impressed. The iPhone 13 mini pulls so much fight here. And yeah, I really think that if the battery is still your main concern, it shouldn't really be, because every single iPhone this year has a really impressive battery life. Now the screen on the other side, it's still something that you can't really fix with mini. If you don't like small screens, this still will be deal breaker, but with battery, I'm really impressed with test after test after test. Speaking of which, I'm planning to do another battery drain test with iPhone 13 mini, probably the last one. This time I want to compare iPhone 13 mini with a brand new iPhone 12 Pro. So the kinda best phone from last year versus cheapest phone this year. Yeah, I know that there was 12 Pro Max. Maybe I'll compare this to, but while I'm choosing 12 Pro, because supposedly iPhone 13 mini is better than the 12 Pro, the 6.1 12 Pro. And if that's the case, this would literally blew my mind. So yeah, if you're interested, subscribe for that, and see you guys in the next one.